Hello again. In this video we'll be looking at the Laminates section of the settings for BenchEzy Advanced. To get to the Laminate settings area, we simply, again as usual, scroll down our navbar menu right to the bottom, click on the Laminates. We can see now that we're presented with two options, being colours and finishes. We'll look at the colours area first. Clicking on colours, we can see that we're presented with some information. In the left hand side here we can see we have a list of our suppliers, and then in the grid on the right hand side we have our list of colours that are available for the selected supplier. By clicking on each individual supplier, you can see that the colour availability changes, and once we click on a colour in the colour grid, we can see that the information changes as usual in the top of the form in the editing section. Again, obviously we can then make changes to the laminate name. We can also mark it as inactive. By marking a laminate inactive, as usual, it won't be available for selection when we are actually producing a benchtop. Again, very simple, straightforward selection here. We can add new ones. We can save the information if we've edited it. We can save a new, or of course then we can make some changes to our information, and then we can click cancel and the data will revert back to what it was originally. The finishes section of the laminates is very closely related. So what we'll do now, we'll duck into the finishes section and have a look in there. And once we go into there, we can see then that we're actually presented with a little bit more information. Once again, we are selected with the suppliers, and as we select each individual supplier, we can see that the list of colors changes each time we select a different supplier. And then once we select a color, you can see that the available finishes change on the right hand side here based upon the supplier name and then the color selected. Again, as usual, once we select each finish name, we can then see that our information changes in the edit section on the top of the form again, where we can make any changes, or we can then continue to add new. Now at this particular point we can't actually make any edits to either the supplier name or the color name. To make edits to the suppliers, we need to go back to the supplier section of BenchEzy settings to make any changes to the suppliers. We then need to go to the colors area to make any changes to the colors. The only thing that we can actually change in the finishes area is the actual finishes. Now I'll just quickly show you how we can add a new finish in this area. So what we can do, we will select Formaline, we will select Bianco Puro, and as you can see there's not actually a finish been entered for this particular color. So we just simply click new. We will add in this new finish as a matte. We click save. Data has been successfully saved. Formaline, Bianco Puro, we now have a matte finish available to us. We'll quickly add a new one, again, which we can make as gloss, and we click save. We now have gloss and matte available. So what that means is that when we go to generate a benchtop in BenchEzy, after we've selected our supplier, color name, and then we can then select our finish name. And remember, if a finish is marked as inactive here, it will not be available for selection when we are actually producing a benchtop. Alright, well that concludes the video on the Laminate section of BenchEzy Advanced Settings. I hope you found it informative. Don't forget to check out the rest of our videos on our website, which is all the W's hutto, hutto.com.au, or of course you can check out all the videos on our YouTube channel. Thank you again.